I massively disagree with the notion that Harry should step down from African parks because I feel that this guy knew everything that was going on, and that's why in 2023 he went from president to the board, because the investigation by Omnia that ended up coming out recently about African parks, okay, that started in 2023. So when the investigation started, he moved positions. Gee, I wonder why. So this man is Jonathan Mazower. He is the communications director at Survival International. He says, quote, "We think that the client and anyone else involved in African parks should either commit the organization to a completely new way of doing business or step down." Man, that's just so tough for me to agree with, man, because if this guy steps down, how is he going to face justice for the stuff that we knew he knew about? And that's just how I feel. I feel like that one point, the fact that when the investigation started, Harry said, "Oh, I'm out, man. Hey, I'm out. Move me up to the board. I don't want to be president anymore. Get me out of here." And why would he have said, "Get me out of here. Let's move me up to the board"? So that way, once the investigation was finished, okay. Well, he wasn't around at that time. Yes, he was. He wasn't around at that time because that's when he went to the board of directors. And it's all on purpose, you see? That's why this is so annoying to me, that these rich people, they get away with this crap, because all of this stuff is true. All the stuff that we heard about the Baka people and the things that are so messed up, I can't even say on the channel to you because the video will get demonetized, all right? All of that has now been rendered true. This man, the Mazower guy, goes on, "It's a whole model of conservation which is based around taking indigenous people's lands and turning them into protected areas, evicting the indigenous people, and keeping them out through force." Well, Harry, message to the client, that sounds pretty colonial, man. You sound like a colonizer. Coming into somewhere, taking the land from them, making it into what you want it to be. Message to Prince Harry, client. That's the literal definition of a colonizer. This Mazower goes on, "They've been living with this treatment, as have many other indigenous communities, for years and years. This is not a one-off thing or an isolated incident." Exactly. So that means, how much did this bald testicle idiot moron know when he was president for all of that time? And that right there, that point right there is why I do not want this man to step down. He needs to stay there. He needs to face justice, and he needs to be fired, and he needs to be dumped on his ass. And the headline needs to read, "Harry fired from African parks as the charity goes in a new direction," because he's been named as a douchebag. Now, of course, they're not going to say that in the press, but you know what I mean. This goes on. "There have been countless confirmed reports of similar abuses by armed rangers against indigenous people who have been evicted from their lands after their lands were turned into national parks across the Congo Basin for years. You only have to go there and talk to the Baka people, and stories start pouring out of people. So I doubt very much that they have any expectation of anything significant will change, and I don't think it will change unless the Baka are allowed to go back to their lands." And let's face one very simple fact here. These people, like Harry, African parks, those charity people, they don't give a shit what that guy is saying. What he's saying is the truth. The Baka people should have their land back. These people are colonizers. They don't care.